Alright, hey guys. We're actually here for a deck showcase today. This is different video style than I normally do, but I made a deck and it actually works. I know, crazy, right? But like the reason why I bring this up is because it's been it's been a long time since I've made a deck that I can play every game, even into meta players, and I can still feel like every game was winnable. So like sometimes it's just the difference between I wasn't playing well enough or I was playing well enough, but other times it's I know I didn't make any mistakes. I still lost because my deck literally just isn't good enough. But for once, I built a deck that doesn't use all of the meta cards and it still functions, right? So the way this deck works is because of the Dark God buff that happened a bit ago, where well, they nerfed the Evo Dark God, right? But they snuck in a regular Dark God buff in order to compensate, which is yeah, they didn't really make that very apparent that they buffed Dark God, but they did buff Dark God, which is so fun. And there are a couple interaction nerfs, but there are also a couple interaction buffs. And one of the biggest buffs that you'll notice is that the Dark God actually 2-taps Arrows units now. So it already 2-tapped log-based units like Princess and other Dark Gobs, but now it 2-taps Arrows-based units. So like Firecracker and I think maybe Wallbreakers too, it 2-taps them. At the very least, I know that it 2-taps I know that at the very least it 2-taps Firecracker and Archers. Did I get that right? I think I got that timing right. Very good. Right. So, pretty much just since Dark God does that extra DPS now, well, it hits slightly slower and it does slightly more damage, by the way, but the damage buff that they gave it is more than the damage, the hit speed nerf than they gave it, so overall it does more DPS. So it's not as good into, like, other swarms and stuff, but it is better into just dealing damage overall. Looks like I got the lucky true red, true blue thing, so I can actually pull drills with my Valk, which is very nice to see. I'll pull this Mighty Miner back, and then Miner with this. He's probably going to Cannon. He has to play something on the Valk. What's he going to play? Oh, right, he's playing Berserker in his deck, and he lets one Breaker through, which is a terrible play for him. He should have overcommitted on that to stop the Breaker from getting through, because each Breaker is one Rocket worth of damage. So a Rocket and a Chip versus Chip matchup like this is crazy. He's probably going to Breakers with this, so I'm waiting for a little bit. I guess he'll Gang High. Why is he not playing anything? Did he give up? No, he didn't give up. He should have spammed with that Mighty Miner there, because I don't have that much Elixir, or I didn't have much Elixir. I'll just Evo Cannon. I don't really mind wasting, well, not really wasting. I play my Cannon because it's just good value. Breakers, log, full counters, drill, or at least I'm guessing. Yeah, it does. Okay, very good. I haven't actually played that interaction. Ow, I had to ignore that. I'm out of Elixir, so I had to just let the Breakers go there. It was smart of him to predict my poison with that. His Furnace already got its Elixir of value, so I technically didn't have any Elixir to spend on the Furnace, but I poisoned it anyway, and since I poisoned it anyway, he was able to get good value off that. I should have pre-logged for the Skellies. He's playing good. He's remembering that I'm also playing my Miner in the same spot every time, too. I'm going to log this. Is he playing opposite? He's not playing opposite. I don't know why he decides to play same lane, which is not a great play by him, actually. He seems to know a lot about how to play the game, or at least a decent amount about how to play the game. And now that we're kind of into the rhythm of spamming, I can start getting into my Dark Gob cycles. So here's the important thing with Dark Gob. Dark Gob is really good DPS when it's locked onto something for a long period of time. And so once we get into the later stages of the game where I can keep a Dark Gob alive for a long period of time, then I can start getting some really good damage going. This Valk goes this lane. Okay, I have to poison this side. I think I have to log that to keep it in the poison range. That better die. Oh man, I might be just dead right now. I don't know where my Elixir went. Oh, because I had to log the Furnace. Alright. How am I going to get my Elixir back right now? I don't really know what I'm doing wrong right now. I also just don't know what I could be doing better either. Does he have log in his deck? Has he played a single log so far? He let both Breakers connect, which is garbage by him, so I'm actually back in the lead, but that's just because he's playing bad, not because of anything good on my end. I'll gang the river here. He just wasted his log. I have to Cannon before I can Valk. Good thing I didn't Valk because he played low drill. And I'm up even more damage now. I don't know what's going on now. Why am I up damage for some reason? He's just stopped playing good at some point. I'm gonna go for Minor Breakers right now because the Evo Valk should help me out with those. They both connect? That's crazy. Okay, I'm trash, but he's trash too, apparently. Okay. Well, so, yeah. Like, he has Evo Furnace and Berserker, which is, like, ultra-metafied spam, where he has... So he's got Drill and Breakers, where Drill is just really hard to defend, and Breakers is Breakers. He's got the Evo Breakers when I don't have Evo Breakers. By the way, I just don't have Evo Breakers on this account. I would be playing Evo Breakers if I could. But like he's got the Evo Breakers, he's got the Drill, he's got Berserker and the Evo Furnace, so he's got a bunch of these meta cards, but somehow he still loses just because I Dark Gob and I gang the river every once in a while. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that Dark Gob is good enough that it really does compete with the other meta cards, so I'm not trying to say that I'm playing an off-meta deck, I'm just saying that this should be meta. Oh, I had to let the death damage go through there, I don't have anything to stop it. Wish I had my cannon or my Dark Gob in hand, but I have neither, so I let this go. So, Scalia Barrel gang could be Mortar Bait, could be Mega Knight Bait. I'm leaning more towards Mega Knight Bait, especially after seeing the bats now. Eye Drag. Okay, so this is definitely Mega Knight Bait. I don't know why he decided to Eye Drag the bridge. My Dark Gob's gonna get me a lot of value in this matchup because his only spells should be Zap. He's probably gonna Mega Knight this. Do I Breaker's Opposite? I don't think I Breaker's Opposite. I think I just Valk. Cannon high, log the Skellies after they pop on the cannon. I don't think that kills every Skelly unless I get that quickly timed. Very good. But I was kind of expecting that one or two Skellies was gonna like push around by the river and then get stuck on the inside of the cannon and kind of like just sit there dealing damage. Oh, he's playing Dark Gob over Spear Gob, so he's kind of metafied his version too. All right. I have to Miner low and then gang this Dark Gob high. This is clean enough defense. He still has to do something about all that, so I'm gonna Breaker's Opposite, because he doesn't have much Elixir right now. Yeah, he has to zap that, and now he has 0 Elixir left to deal with these Breakers. That's 2 whole rockets of damage on tower. He shouldn't have gone for the Minor Bats there, because he wasn't actually up Elixir. Because you notice I had enough Elixir to spend 6 Elixir on his 5 Elixir Minor Bats, and he gave me the whole counter push, so he kind of gave me 3 Elixir there. Or was it 2? I don't know. He gave me some amount of Elixir, and I just Breakers the river when he did that. I can just cannon this. I didn't see if he's playing Evo Skelly Barrel. Skelly Barrel, Bats, Gang, Dark Gob, Eye Drag, Mega Knight, Miner. Just poison this. I've got a big spell, he doesn't, so I can afford to play slow, so every time he gives me poison value, I'll just take it. I kinda wish I had my Evo Valk in hand right now, because I think he's gonna want to go for a Mega Knight Bats sometime soon. I think that what's he doing? Very odd play. Alright, he isn't playing the Evo... Oh, I should have played Night Cannon on a different tile to make sure that it actually hit the Dark Gob there. But our Dark Gob should cancel out, so that works out. Very nice. I'll just Valk this. Do I Miner Breakers? I think I Miner Breakers Opposite, because he wants to play something heavy on that. Actually, no, he's going to Mega Knight this now. That's unfortunate. No, he doesn't Mega Knight. Interesting play. Alright. So, I think he should have Mega Knighted that, because I didn't have my Valk in hand, so it would have been good value for him. Instead, he decides to use his Zap. I'm going to gang the river. If he Mega Knights that, then I will Valk all in. Whoa, okay. So he decides to ignore the gang, but that's a lot of damage. So he's going to have to get a lot of stuff back in order to make that a worth it play. I'm going to Breakers the river too, because, well, it's 2 Elixirs. So I might as well get the Elixir out of his hand, or if he ignores it, then just be happy that he's giving me the damage like that. I'll just poison this. Yeah, I sensed that he was going to play a lot of Elixir with that, so I decided to poison early instead of logging first, or waiting for a log. Very good. So, yeah, he gave up pretty much the entire game there because he just played that. He shouldn't have Mega Knighted the back. He should have Mega Knighted my Gang the River. I'm actually still down trophies from the beginning of the day today. I started today at, like, 46, so I'm actually still down 1 trophy. I did a lot of losing with this deck because I was still figuring out how to play it. I haven't actually played this deck into every matchup yet because, I just made it a bit ago, like, end of last night. So, I guess the moral of today's story is if you have Dark Gob, try putting it in your deck and see if it helps out. I don't know what Gang Lumberjack, Guards Lumberjack could be with Barb Barrel, could be Giant Prince Lightning, or just a spam deck. Alright. I'm gonna hover Gang in case he has Lightning. No? Okay. Everything's dead. Lumberjack, Guards, Ram Rider, Barb Barrel. That's half of his deck. He ignored the entire Miner, so I got quite a bit of damage there. I think that I split Breakers, because he's just not back to his Gang yet. His Guards, so he's still 1 card off that, so he's probably going to have to overcommit on this, or just let 1 Breaker through, which I like to see. So, I got a Rocket of damage, and he got a 3 Elixir, Xe. I'm going to pull the Monk to the side here, so I can get my King Tower activated. Didn't even need to pull it to the side. I think I have to Miner this, and then Gang after, once the Xe is locked on. Oh, the tower targets the Xe first, which is actually very nice for me, so I don't have to spend defensive Breakers. I was very careful to not use my cannon there because I know that he's got Ram soon. I think that I don't split Breakers here because he's got Guards, and Guards have long reach and fast enough walk speed that they will be able to hit the Breakers, so there's no point in me doing that, so I'll just wait. Monk, Spirit, Xe, Ram. I cannon high here. I don't know what spell he's playing, but I want to try and make it awkward for him to play it. He lets it go. Okay. We'll just breakers here, split up his elixir a little bit. Whatever he plays in the breakers won't be defending my Dark Gob. Alright. Barb Barrel, Guards. Spirit, Xe, Ram, Lumberjack. Is that all I've seen? I think I just Miner alone. I'm swapping lanes here because I don't want to be same lane as him. Even though he's only gotten 200 damage in this matchup so far. I want to be opposite lane as much as I can. I decided to Valk early. I don't know about that one. I guess I'll just gang this. I need to make sure that the Lumberjack goes down quickly. Very good. The, stop reflecting, alright. The Monk, if my cannon locks onto an ability Monk, thought he was going to save his guards and then guards that. Fireball, okay, but if a cannon locks onto a Monk during ability, you're just dead. Like, just outright. There's nothing you can do. It's finally time for me to start setting up my Dark Gob to the back, slow roll them. I mean, it's not really slow rolling considering how fast they move, but it just does so much damage that you can just build a push around a Dark Gob. He spammed immediately as soon as I played my Dark Gob there, so this one just kind of goes away. But it also helped me with defense, so I don't really mind it all that much. He's not going to Barb Barrel this once it crosses. After he Barb Barrels, never mind, Xe. Okay. Miner Breaker's opposite. I don't mind split laning a lot with this matchup because you can Dark Gob the middle to snipe stuff. You can Evo Cannon to hit stuff in both lanes. I should have played my Miner one tile back so he couldn't Fireball both of those. I have to Valk like this, also log to the side, cannon to the side too. I'm really hoping the cannon doesn't lock onto the Monk. Just barely doesn't lock on the Monk. Very good. Okay, I lose my Dark Gob, but that's not the end of the world. Alright, I'm gonna Miner Breakers again. I don't really mind if he Fireballs this, because if he does Fireball, I'm still getting my Miner chip. I get one Breaker shot, which is a big interaction there. I'm thinking that I'm gonna... Yeah, he doesn't like the Breakers. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna... gang right now. Actually, straight up just gang Valk, because, the reason for this is because gang is absurd value when it's behind it, and I forgot he has Xe. Dang it. I thought he had no splash in his deck. When he has no splash, you can just go gang Xe gang Valk the river, and it's crazy good value. I'm in a very dangerous spot right now, but he gives me the Evo Cannon value to bail myself out. Actually, no, I'm not bailed out just yet because of that Xe. Whew, yeah, okay. That was close, but yeah, I kind of got bailed out by Cannon being overpowered there. I deserved to take damage for playing poorly, but because of my cards being better than his, it worked out in my favor. I think that I cannon immediately because I've got Cycle, so I can get around to a second cannon before he can get around back to his Ram Rider. I'm gonna gang the river here because he just wasted his Barb Barrel, and then after that I go for Miner Breakers. Never mind, no Miner Breakers, because he wasted his guards. Cannon high, log the Lumberjack, very good, got off the screen. I really needed the Ram to miss a charge on the cannon there, but it didn't work out very well. Alright, I'm gonna Miner tank for both lanes and then Breakers with this side. I'm Minering for the low health tower because he gave up. Never mind. Alright. Well then. So, yeah. It's a perfectly 3.0 average Elixir deck. One thing that I'm a little concerned about is the fact that this deck actually, since it has no cheap cards really, like, it has no 1 Elixir cards. The cheapest cycle that you have is 10 Elixir. And, a cheaper deck that has 1 Elixir card is going to be able to outcycle this deck very quickly. Because, like, I need to play 10 Elixir in between any card that I play a second time. Looks like we're facing Hog EQ in this matchup. This should be interesting. Oh, Hog Lightning. Alright. Oh, that Hog should not have gotten that hit. The stun on the tower from the Lightning causes the tower to shoot just a tiny bit slower, and that stun is what caused him to get a hit there. Hog Lightning Firecracker. By the way, going for Hog Lightning Firecracker first play of the game is stupid, and he should not have gotten away with that. If I was playing a lot of other decks, he could just straight up lose right off the bat for that. I can't believe that this guy's so high ranked. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm a high ranked either, but if he was, I don't know. It's just lame that he can get away with that kind of thing. It's not a good play at all. He could have gotten killed for it. He just took a gamble and got away with it. He played those Skellies pretty bad, so I get myself some nice Spear God chips there. Firecracker the back. I think that I just cannon again. Since my King Tower is helping me out this time, it'll work out better for me. He doesn't have Skelly, so I'm not going to bother pre-logging with my Dark Gob. He lets the entire Dark Gob go, or at least mostly. Very odd play by him. He did the exact same thing again, but it didn't work at all because I didn't get unlucky starting hand, because, you know, the game's been going. Alright. I don't really mind this play, because for 1 Elixir, I'm getting a pretty solid amount of damage there. He logged, so I can go for my Gang the River here. It's pretty much just free value every time I play it, because Gang is an overpowered card. Oh, he's got Valk in his deck. Why wouldn't he play that sooner? Alright. Well, I'll Valk like this so that it's on a high diagonal away from the tower, so he can't get a Firecracker lineup very easily. Or if he does, it won't be that much damage. You can see that the Firecracker 2-taps even an Evo Firecracker, and the Evo Firecracker, I think, still has very slightly more health than a regular Firecracker. With the Lightning, I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to go in again because I've actually outcycled him here. He didn't bother playing his 1 elixir cards that cycle for some nonsense reason, and because of that, I get to get another offense going before he can get his next offense. I'm going to try and get an anti-lightning spot on the cannon. I messed that up. That's my fault. I didn't have enough elixir for the gang. I was hoping that he was going to play his hog just slightly later. Nice prediction there. That's pretty, I don't know. Firecracker players all play the same. I get some minor chips, but not as much as I would quite like. Log on offense, Valk. He's playing a hog the back because of my cannon. I will cannon out now. I can't play any gang with that because he's got the Valk, so Evo Valk means that that push is just dead before he even started. I'm thinking that I'm actually going to start split laning him because a lot of the time split lane just works out really well. I'm going to minor tank for both lanes and then breakers this side. You can see there that he was not expecting the split lane, so he doesn't take any damage. Alright, that's annoying. I get some minor chip, but not as much as I would have liked. I'm going to hover cannon for anti-lightning. Just replace it, because I think that he wants to hog here. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Gang to the side. Gang doesn't push? Dang, alright. I guess I've never actually tried to do anti-lightning placement with a gang before. I've only ever tried it with the smaller swarm, so I guess I had to play my gang 1 tile farther back. He's going to try and outcycle me here, so I'm going to play my cheap cards to get around again. Okay, lightning. He's trying to keep up with the lightning chip. Alright. I should have pre-logged that or played a miner. I shouldn't have just let him go. He's going to log this. I'm going to gang opposite. He eats a Firecracker, which is crazy. He's going to have to overcommit on that, so now I can go for my Valk breakers the other lane. I can ignore that Valk because I've got high health in that tower. Log this because I want to make sure that the Spirit goes down. Very good. He has to take some Valk chip here because he doesn't have enough elixir. He had to play those Skellies sooner, and even still I would have gotten 1 or 2 Valk shots. So I'm going to start just keep on playing offense here. So the whole thing with this deck is that you need to continuously be playing offense because you've got a fast enough cycle that you really can just do that. But for now I can play passive again because I've got my major lead and Evo Cannon for his Hog Lightning. Actually, I needed him to lightning that later. I might actually be dead here. That's crazy. I said all that and I immediately just started losing. I should stop playing my Miner the back so much. I have to Dark Gob here because he's got back to his lightning and that's game. Dang. I played bad. I had to Evo Cannon on a tile where the Hog would have gotten hit by one of the missiles, or just play Evo Cannon on a different tile to pull the... I had to play my Evo Cannon on anti-lightning placement in that specific... Maybe what I'll do is, the next game, like after this match, what I'll do is I'll open up my phone and try and figure out the anti-lightning placement with gang, because I haven't actually seen that before, and that's a game-losing interaction to not know. Because technically I'm supposed to be taking 0 Hog shots all game long. Or at least maybe just 1 or 2 in the first interaction. Well, anyway, I'm down 400. Oh, I'm up 400 damage because that's how Duchess works. But of course, he gets to ignore a bunch of my cards, so I have to make this 400 damage lead spread across the entire match in order to win me the game. Which is going to be very interesting. I'm going to gang the back, Dark Gob the back. I don't really care if he gets value killing it with a spell or something because I need us both to be lower elixir than we are right now. Is he not going to play anything else on that? Okay, I should not have ganged that actually because the tower retargeted. I think I will miner with this to justify my gang being on the board. Gang, Zap, Mega Knight, Queen, Bats. What else did he play? He played another card. I swear I saw another card. His Duchess is low ammo, so I can go for Breakers the River right now. Breakers, okay. Curse, Zap, Breakers, Mega Knight. Queen, Bats, Gang. He doesn't like that he took Breaker damage. Breaker is absurd damage because, you know, rocket for 1 unit. That's 2 rockets of damage if let both of them connect. So you can really come back from anything with this deck. I'm up a lot of damage now. One thing that I'm extremely concerned about, Poison Log doesn't kill a queen. That's a new interaction that happened after that log nerf a while ago, but it's just a thing that you have to put up with now. Poison Log just doesn't kill a queen. He's got 1 more card in his deck, I believe. One good interaction you can do with Dark Gob is you can play it like this, and that will outrange the queen, so he has to either queen ability early, or just let his queen go down. He decides to let his queen go down, so that's a 5 for 5, but I get my Dark Gob to counter push. He's probably going to Mega Knight in front of this, so this is going to be very interesting defense right now. I think that I miner. I have a cannon. That's actually very bad for me, because the cannon goes down immediately. I can Valk this, so I take not too much damage, and I'm just dead right now. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to do about that. I had to get a positive trade off of this queen. I had to have better defense. I had to have better cards? No, because he isn't playing an overpowered deck. Huh. Well, I'll watch that back and figure out what I did wrong. Well, so what I know about Prince Mega Knight is that the correct way to play against Prince Mega Knight is to use a tank to pull the Mega Knight away from the Prince and then play a swarm on the Prince after the Mega Knight has jumped away. It's really difficult to do that because the Prince is charging, and since the Prince is charging so fast, you need to have the jump. You need to have the Mega Knight jump soon enough that it gets to your tank before the Prince gets there, which is a very difficult interaction to pull off. So what I had to do was, I had to also have my Valk in hand. I don't know why I wasted my Valk. Oh, I just cycled my Valk for nothing? Okay, that's crazy. I shouldn't have played that. Alright, so this is going to be a quick intermission game. I'm going to try and figure out how to do the anti-lightning placement with Cannon and Gang. Alright, so I've got my Cannon Gang in hand right now, and I'm going to play Hog on the left lane now. So this is the ordinary tile placement, but you notice that, wait, that did work? So you just have to be lightning speed with the Gang. I guess I'll try that again, make sure that, see if there's another tile that's more consistent. Alright, so Hog, Cannon, Gang, all the way to the edge now. That doesn't work. Alright, so Gang to get around EQ placement is actually a really tough interaction, because if you play it, you have to play it nearly instantly. You need to be hovering the cannon and then insta-drop the Gang afterwards. So I'll try that one more time, make sure I got it right. Well, actually, I guess I'll try one time to see if it's possible to, I'll see one time if it's possible to do the anti-lightning placement with just a Evo cannon. Because I know that the knockback of the cannon should probably do something, right? So like this. And you just instantly cannon and nothing else. That actually does work. Okay, so you can... This is good stuff to know. I really should have probably watched some sort of guide to the Evos and the interactions and stuff before this episode came out, but I don't know. Okay, so now that my cannon is back to normal, I can probably try this interaction one last time, make sure that it's specifically this tile that you play your Gang on in order to get the Hog push. Alright, so Hog, Cannon, Gang. Instantly. Oh, it's top tile. So you had to play it on this tile instead of this one. That seemed a lot more consistent than last time, so I'll try that specific tile placement again. So one tile lower. How does one tile lower work? One tile lower works very well as well. What? Why is it suddenly so consistent? Just a second ago it was really wonky looking. So, yeah, I guess that I just had to be faster with my Gang. So Gang can consistently get anti-lightning placement, you just have to be very fast with it. I see Gob Giant Mastery, that probably means this guy's playing the nonsense deck, but he doesn't actually have Chef, so maybe not. Lumberjack, not boding well. I'll just Valk. 2 elixir, 1 rocket, that's good for me, even if he did stop one of the rockets from going through, the other rocket that's a rocket for essentially 1 elixir there, so I don't mind it at all. He is playing Gob Giant. Is he playing Gob Giant Beatdown, maybe? Probably Lightning, if I had to guess. I wish I had my Valk in hand. I should have played my Gang on the Lumberjack instead, but there was no way for me to know that that was the correct play. I'm gonna Gang for this. Since it's a Swarm and an anti-air at once, it does a pretty solid job of countering. I have to Miner, and then after the Miner goes down, Breaker's Kite. Okay, I didn't need the Breaker's Kite, but I might as well just play them. Was he playing what? I almost want to say all Gobs, but he's definitely not playing all Gobs. Alright. Oh, what do I do about that? Because I don't want a Valk, and I can't Gang. Alright. Well, this should work out for the most part. I can just log this late to make sure that the actual thing doesn't connect to my tower. So, well, I don't have my Valk in hand right now, and I don't have my log either, so I have to defensive Miner again. He let go of the Dark Gob, so I am up damage, though. Why did he let go of the Dark Gob? So he's got Arrows, Eye Drag, Demolisher, Lumberjack. He's played another card somewhere. Miner. I'll do the same exact play, because if he arrows the Gang, I should not have let that lock onto my cannon. But I'll do the same exact play again, because if he arrows the Gang, he doesn't have anything for the Dark Gob. I'm going to Valk this too, because I don't have my cannon in hand. I probably should have just let that go, since considering it was my fault for making a mistake, and I should have just made up for that by taking a little bit of damage. But I got Evos, which means that it doesn't really matter if I play well or poorly in this cycle. I believe that I can just log full counter that. I don't Breakers right now because he's just going to get a counter push off of it. No reason to give him a nice counter push. I wish I had my Evo Breakers. Not that I have Evo Breakers on this account. That gets damage, doesn't it? Yeah, I have to minor this. That's unfortunate. Whole 7 elixir, not 7 elixir, whole 3 elixir just gone like that for the Evo. But it is an Evo, so only 3 elixir lost is not the worst thing in the world, I suppose. I'm gonna gang early because he's gonna want to arrows that, and if he does arrows that, then he doesn't have much to kill my Dark Gob with. I'll cannon like this. Very nice. That diagonal is like a special angle so that it actually gets into the bomb range in time. So I want the stuff to get there quicker. I think that I will breakers this because I think he wants to go in right now. And now that I've breakers, he has to either ignore that or commit. He can't play something on the breakers and commit to the push, but his push is dead anyway, so it wasn't really good value for him. I'm gonna ignore that actually because the cannon full kills. All right. So cannon was monstrously overpowered in that scenario. I think that I go for minor breakers again. I think I've seen Arrow's Poison now. So Arrow's Poison, Demolisher Musketeer, Lumberjack, Eye Drag, Gob Giant. He's got one more card in his deck somewhere, which is actually very concerning because I have no idea what that is, and I could, like, maybe he's playing Lightning out of nowhere or something like that. And if he is, then I could just straight up lose because I didn't know he was playing Lightning. No, he's playing Fisherman, never mind, I know his whole deck. Alright. I'm gonna let that Demolisher go. It's not the greatest play in the world, but I need a little bit of Elixir back right now. I don't know why I need Elixir back, but my instincts tell me I do. I'm not gonna split breakers, apparently. Well, I get a little bit of minor chip, bait out a whole Lumberjack for that, so I guess that's fine. I think that I don't get any breaker damage. Don't love to see that. I Valk this, minor the Demolisher. I also have to log that too. Actually, just Cannon, because the Cannon will do the extra damage that I need. I love overpowered cards. They're so fun. The Demolisher actually doesn't manage to connect to the Cannon there, so I only have to gang this. If he plays a spell, then I log. No? Okay. Dark Gob, Valk. I really don't like that I need my Valk in hand more often, but I'm not getting it in hand more often. The Lumberjack almost one-taps that, which is kind of crazy. I will Valk this. I don't think I got that done. Oh, I did get that down in time. Okay, I'm gonna Breakers, Poison. He's giving me Poison value, which is kind of odd by him. I don't know if I should. Whoa, that's crazy Poison value. Alright, I'll just log this. I need to keep the Demolisher into the Poison, and I also want to kill it quickly, because the quicker I kill it, the sooner it starts ticking down its decaying part of the health. I can Evo Valk this. This entire push is practically dead already, just from the fact that I've played my Evo Valk at all. I'm gonna Dark Gob gang for this. Is everything dead? Probably poison this. The Fisherman will actually help me quite a bit. It'll pull the Valk behind the Gob Giant so the Gob Giant can get pulled backwards. He has a second Gob Giant, I have a second Cannon. Not really concerning at all. I can Valk this, and everything should be dead in just a moment here. He decides to ignore the left lane, so I can go for my minor breakers push here, and if he ignores that too, I will actually be up on that lane, so I can start going in on offense again. He decides not to ignore it. Wait, I'm actually almost down damage. That's kind of crazy. I was very close there. I should not have let that Demolisher connect. I can't believe the Evo Cannon snipes that Musketeer and hits the splash, which is kind of crazy. Evo Cannon's monstrously overpowered. That's probably why I'm winning with this deck. I say no meta, and then suddenly it's just meta, huh? Well, I mean, it's not really meta, because Evo Cannon is considerably worse than what it was before with the damage nerf and the radius nerf and the cannon nerf. Alright. Well, I am finally up a single trophy from where I started this episode, but I kind of want to, be up more than just a single trophy. Like, at least I can be up a single win. So I'm going to play one more game for this episode, and hopefully I can end a smidgen higher than I started this morning. Right, so we're leaking. I can't tell if I like leaking or not with this deck, because I don't have a fast cycle, even though I'm only 3.0 average. I think I will play Getting the Back, because I can't know if it's the correct play or not, and I don't usually regret playing in single time. I'll just log with this. He played Rage only. Rage Zap, double small spell, probably got Giant Double Prince if I had to guess. This could be an issue. We'll see if I get killed for wasting my Dark Gob. Definitely Giant Double Prince, or maybe Giant Lumberjack Prince. Probably Lumberjack Prince, because Lumberjack Prince is just better. Mega Minion. I don't think I have to respond to that, or irrespective, I cannot respond to that because of the fact that it already killed 3 of my elixirs, so I can't waste any more on it. He lets the entire miner go, so I got some nice damage there. There's the Giant, there's the Prince. He's got double small spell, poison this. Wait, that doesn't pull? I guess I don't know what I was thinking. Cannon, that placement doesn't pull. That's my fault. Yeah, I'm gonna take a whole lot of damage right now. I don't think I can play my gang on that because he's got the double small spells, so I just had to eat the rest of the damage, and this is pretty much just already game over. I can try and gang with this, get some damage back, but it's not really gonna work. Yeah, alright. Well, I'll see you guys in the next match. I don't know what my brain was thinking when I just let the Prince connect. I was supposed to play my Valk. Well, so you can't allow a Prince to connect in your Valk or you're dead, but I also couldn't play my Valk high because the bomber was there. So I think that what I was forced to do was I was forced to cannon on this placement, but I just didn't know that I was going to have to play my cannon on that placement. So I tend to lose a lot of games like these in the last day, well, the day that I've started playing this deck, but I've been losing a lot of games like that where there's like a one tile placement difference that I don't realize I'm supposed to be playing, and then I lose a game for it. I'll just miner first. Miner's a safe first play, even though it's not it's in the safe spot that everybody knows is not really safe. He decides to let it get a couple hits before playing his Ghost, which is kind of odd. Maybe he's playing with bad connection or something. I'll Valk this. Ghost could probably mean spam, RG. Those are the only two things that Ghost could mean. Ah, I hate you. Alright. I'll Dark God Log this. That goes down quickly, so it only gets, I think, 2 shots on my tower there. He has Snowball, very interesting, and Cannon Cart. Alright. The Cannon Cart somehow doesn't lock onto the Dark Gob, so it's almost already dead, but because of that Cannon Cart health nerf, health buff a little while ago, it'll actually still connect to my tower with that amount of health left, so I'm going to have to gang this. That one Spear Gob chip saved me the damage, and he's got Mother Witch. I despise this guy. He's got my 2 least favorite Rangers in the one deck. I have to Valk early or else let the pigs get a bunch of damage on my tower, and then I just have to let my Valk take a bunch of damage from this Mother Witch here. Mother Witch, Cannon Cart, Marcher, Ghost. Golden Knight. Very annoying. Alright, well I get Miner chip because the Golden Knight's range is far enough that the Miner doesn't lock on in time. I kind of regret wasting my Miner right now because I actually needed it for the Ghost because I used my tank. Okay, he's giving me crazy good poison value on defense here. So I can kind of just poison log this and everything is dead. I mean, look at that. Look at how fast everything disappeared there. So, I spent 6, 9 for his 7, 11. 9 for 11. I also played a Miner on offense there, so I'm down 2, I think. No, I'm up 1. I'm not up 1. I'm down 2. I was exactly right. Alright. Well, I think I just breakers. Split up his push a little bit. I can counter Cannon Cart pretty well when it's alone, not so well when it's not alone. Duck up the back, Snowball, Golden Knight, Cannon Cart, Marcher, Mother Witch, Ghost, Ram. That's 7 of his 8 cards so far. He's probably got a second spell. Probably a big spell if I had to guess. Okay, I can Miner on defense for this Ghost now. I finally got my correct cycle going. Miner, Cannon. That might actually... No, the Ghost will push the Ram slightly to the side so it will pull. Okay, very good. If the Miner did not push the Ram there, it actually would have bypassed my cannon because that's just how Ram works, but specifically because of that interaction, it did not bypass. I'm going to be playing my Valk probably on this tile so we can't Marcher line up through it. He decides to play Marcher early, which is a very odd play by him, and the Golden Knight also doesn't connect. I don't know what he was thinking with that Golden Knight ability there. I'll just gang for this. I don't know if he's going to play something quickly. No? Okay. Okay, I have to Evo Cannon. I did not have to Evo Cannon that. I thought that more pigs were going to spawn. It doesn't really matter if I do waste my Evo Cannon, though, because I've got a lot of high DPS, and the, what is it called? The pencil, the Battle Ram does not break through if you have a lot of high DPS on the map. And he waited for me to get my next cannon anyway, so it's not looking that great for him. I'm playing very slow right now, but that's because I've got a big spell and he hasn't shown me one yet, so I don't really mind playing slow at all. Cannon log full counters a Ram. You have to log early so it doesn't get any shots off, but if you do log early, it just works out very nicely. Alright, Valk. Anything along these 2 lines just doesn't get tower lineups. I think that I might Miner poison, but specifically to kill the Cannon Cart. Okay. I defensive breakers for this Golden Knight here. I can pull the Golden Knight into my cannon. Alright, log. Does that get it? That doesn't. Okay, I was kind of a gamble. That was kind of a gamble there. He was betting that his Golden Knight was going to connect. I was betting that it wasn't, because I guess neither of us knew that interaction there. Well, yeah, I'm fine with this. Oh, Barb Barrel is his last card, and he plays it so late that my Dark Gob gets connected on tower anyway. I don't really have to play my breakers all that much in this matchup, because he can't really break through, even with only a 7-card defense deck. I think I'm going to Evo Cannon early. Does that hit? That does hit, very good. Poison? Just poison. I don't really mind this because I can just Valk Log for the Battle Ram. Valk Log literally does full stop a Battle Ram, and the Dark Gob will come back to help out with the barbs. Very nice. Golden Knight goes down. I think I Miner while the Valk is tanking, or maybe even to tank for the Valk, so he has to do something extra for that. I'm going to gang low, but I have to Valk high because he's got Mother Witch in hand right now, so I'm going to do this, just poison this, and over the carrots and Evo, get it off my screen. The Valk actually pulls the Evo into, the Cannon Cart into the poison. He gets 0 pigs, which I love to see. I'm going to Miner like this. I also have the Valk, which I don't love to see because I have to waste both of my tanks on one thing there. Because I don't have my tank or his Golden Knight, or his Cannon Cart, or his really anything. So I decided to kill it quickly with my other units. But it's just game over. Huh. Very nice. He didn't really have anything to kill my defensive Dark Obs, actually, I'm realizing, so I probably should have made better use of my Dark Ob there. I could have taken even less damage. So, of course, I didn't play the greatest, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I think maybe, hopefully, possibly, I've shown you guys that this deck can function. I didn't actually even play into any Furnace or Empress decks today. Did I? I don't think I played any Furnace or Empress decks today, but the match before I started recording, I played against... oh, wait, no, this was on camera. I think, maybe. But that was Evo Furnace. This is another Evo Furnace player that I beat. Expo I beat. This deck I actually could have beaten, but I played just tiny bit slightly wrong. I played my Evo Valk to pull in like an entire ginormous push, and she would have pulled in the push, but the E-Drag stun made her not hit, and then the Golem walked out of range, so the Valk had to walk to follow the Golem, and she didn't get the hit off in time. The number of losses does not bode well. Here's Evo Witch Graveyard. The number of losses did not bode well at all, but this is what I was wanting to show you guys. I can actually beat Spirit Empress with this deck. It is physically doable to beat Spirit Empress with this deck. So, you can beat Empress, you can beat Evo Furnace, so it's not ultra meta, but it doesn't get trashed on either. So, yeah, pretty decent. I guess, yeah, just put Dark Up in your deck. I'll see you guys next time.